The Colorado Avalanche make it seven in a row with a 6-3 win over the New York Rangers, and Nathan MacKinnon inches ever so closer to immortality. We still got some time before he gets there, but let's talk about it on a new episode of Locked On Avalanche coming at you.
You're Locked On Avalanche, your daily podcast on the Colorado Avalanche. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
All right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Locked On Avalanche, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. I'm your host, Chris Micieli. Joining me, as always, Mr. Zach Pearson. Thank you for tuning in, making it your first listen of the day, and for making the Locked On Podcast Network the #1 podcast sports network in the country. Always appreciated. If you want to get in on our conversations, then join our subtext. Link is in the show notes below. You chat with us one-on-one. We get your opinion, everything Avalanche related, and share it on this very podcast, which we will do a little bit later as our subtext crew chimes in on this 6-3 win over the New York Rangers. Avs just keep rolling right now, Zach. Like they're at the point where you feel comfortable watching a game where you just feel like they're going to come out on top of this game. I've said it before. Like they're the year 2000 and up New England Patriots. They just always, so far this season, they're finding ways to win games. And I'm sure you saw that graphic at the end of this game where they are the fourth team now to only lose one game in regulation over the course of the first 20 games of the season. It's crazy. It's and you have 5 losses in overtime. I said this to you off air. Like, I just wish you took 2 of those away. If you just took 2 of those away and put them in the win column, and it's a 3 for overtime losses instead of 5, it would just look a lot better. But
it would.
Still, 1 loss in the loss column is looking mighty good. The team's just rolling right now. They're just rolling.
And like you said, even through this game, if we rewind exactly a year and play this exact game, I am worried through the entire thing. Are they going to be able to pull it out? Is there any way they can pull this off? Oh my gosh, they've let up 3 goals. Can they come back and actually win this one? Through this entire game, even with New York scoring first, even with New York getting the 2-1 lead, with New York tying it back up at 3, I never felt like the Avs were out. They had the chance to win this game through the entire game. And I agree, it is just such a better feeling. You know your goaltender is going to make saves when he needs to. You know your defense is going to play positionally sound for the majority of the game. You know you've got the offensive firepower to overcome it and beat Shesterkin, who honestly, I was starting to get the impression that it was going to be one of those the Avs got goalied kind of games, and then they found a way to get the puck past him on a couple extra shots.
You're right. There's been so many times in the past where, they have gotten goalied.
Yep.
And I think it just speaks to where this team is right now, that like we were saying, you're just comfortable. It doesn't matter who's in goal right now. It doesn't matter because they're going to overcome how well a goalie is playing. You're right. Shesterkin was looking pretty good. I like the Avs that first period was so-so. You're not going to have every period is going to be amazing. I don't think it was a terrible period, but at the end of it, it looked okay. Like we're getting back in the saddle again here. And then they get that goal right towards the end of the period to tie it up. But I mean, Shesterkin was making nice saves, but the Avs just keep the pressure on you all game long. And remember what I said in yesterday's episode, how about and I'm going to preface this again by saying the Rangers are my East Coast team. But remember I said they're just plain, they're just vanilla. Did they do anything in that game that excited you?
Nothing. Particularly.
Maybe your power play that went 2 for 2, but they're just a vanilla team. They had 0 periods where they had more than 10 shots on goal.
Yep.
So, and that's a testament to a large part of the Avalanche and how they're playing defense, just how they're playing in general. But the Rangers just are not this exciting team, and the Avalanche completely are. And you saw that really the best period for the Rangers was the first.
Yeah.
And then when the Avs I guess, woke up, it was just, yeah, even though you tied it up, congratulations, you tied it up. But what happened? 30 seconds later, the Avs take it back.
Yep.
That's just how good this team is right now.
Well, and it felt a lot like that goal at the end of the first period was fantastic by McKinnon. And you kind of get the sense that McKinnon kind of started to wake the team up there. When he scored again to take the lead back, and you saw him like legitimately selly on that goal, I was like, all right, Mac is in this game to win it at this point. Because usually, I mean, he gets the excitement, whatever, but he's not like celebrating. And that
Mhm.
goal he did. And that to me was the moment I'm like, they don't give it back. The lead is now theirs and the game is done. Like
Yeah.
McKinnon's got it. He knows what's going on. This is what's going to happen. And so, yeah, I mean, the Avs top players are, like you said, they are exciting. It is fun to watch. You have but you've got some great things coming from depth players too. And it makes the entire game it is a huge contrast because I agree. I don't think New York played a sound game. I'm not trying to take away by saying their vanilla game was not good.
Mhm.
More shots they needed for sure, but like especially defensively, they had sticks in lanes. They were disrupting passes. They were doing a lot of stuff to keep the Avs from just owning every second of this game. But
Mhm.
it was very meh hockey.
Yeah.
It's just
Right. Yeah.
It's just that, like, there you go. It's sound, boring hockey, and the Avs are that firepower, man. Oh my
Right.
gosh! And Cale Makar's wraparound goal, that
Beautiful.
entire sequence, like Drury on the defense. Oh my goodness! Get that puck to McKinnon. McKinnon drops it. Beautiful drop pass there to get it to Natchez, who zips it over to Cale. Cale looks like he's going to shoot. I think that got Shesterkin to push all the way up on the one goalpost, and then the wraparound was so
Beautiful.
good. Like everything about that sequence, and that I think is the difference. That play in itself embodies that difference of the vanilla hockey versus the excitement of the Avs.
Yeah. The 2 goals from McKinnon, uh, just impressive. Just the reaction time he has,
Oh
just
my
the
gosh.
speed to, the first one just right in front of the net goes off. One of the defenders like skate, and he's just right there, and
Yeah.
that's close proximity. It wasn't like it kicked way out and he had time to react. Like it's just the reaction time was just like that. And the same thing with the second one. I do the
With
same
the
thing on that. That was just kind of like a shot or just thrown towards the net, and it again just bounced right to him. He didn't get everything on it, but he knew that Shesterkin was kind of out of position because he was making a save on the initial shot,
yeah.
and all he had to do was just get something on it and get it. I was just really, I mean, I shouldn't be impressed by anything the guy does, but you are, just because those two things were just bang bang, and you have to be Johnny on the spot, really quick with your stick, and make a move in like I said, really close proximity to the goal, and he did it twice.
Well, and
Twice.
that second
He
one
just
was the
won.
the second ping from Cale Makar.
Yeah, that's
So
yeah,
Cale rings it off the post, and McKinnon's just presence of mind to, like you said, that instant kind of reaction time. Shesterkin has no chance on that. That's not a goal. He's not looking back at that tape and going, "Man, I really should have stopped that one for the tip." No,
right.
that's 100% beautiful play by Nathan MacKinnon there. And it's crazy because they asked the Altitude morning show asked Bednar the other morning, like, Colorado's got 2 MVPs at the same time in Jokic for the Nuggets and McKinnon. And every year it feels like we say for either of those players, how can they possibly improve over last year? It just shouldn't be possible. And then they do. And McKinnon's showing that again this
Hmm.
year. And you're just like, it's wild to watch it. Like you said,
Yeah,
I don't know how I'm still like, I don't feel like I should be surprised by the fact that he does these things all the time. And yet I am every night.
I know.
It's amazing.
It is. It's just it's fun to watch, soak it all in, and with these points that he got, it was just after the first goal. He moves into a new position in the all-time scoring list for franchise history.
Yep.
And that's second overall. So let's get our first break in. We'll discuss that. We did have an injury.
Oh, yep.
Don't know the severity of it yet, but we'll talk about that. And of course, we have some stats and some sound checks to get to as well. So a lot more to get to on this Avalanche win. They're 7th in a row. So we'll do all that after this. All right, let's hear from Monarch Money. And let's be honest, most of us can't even name all of our financial accounts, let alone what they are worth. Because between 401ks, savings, and investments, it's easy to lose track. And that can mean leaving money on the table. That's why you got to start using Monarch, an all-in-one personal finance tool that brings your entire financial life together in one clean, easy-to-use interface on your laptop or on your phone. So do not let financial opportunities slip through the cracks. Use our promo code LOCKEDONNHL at monarch.com for 50% off of your first year. That is 50% off your entire first year at monarch.com. Once again, that promo code is LOCKEDONNHL. Make sure you go check them out today. Also brought to you by Doer. We've been talking about Doer for a couple weeks now. Zach and I own some paraphernalia from them in the form of shirts and pants. And they are max level. Cannot beat these jeans right here. Would you say so?
The Nathan MacKinnon of jeans.
Oh, they are. I think that is a very good comparison that I would say. They have 5 times the stretch of traditional denim. They're antibacterial, meaning your jeans stay fresh longer, so you can wear more and wash less. And they're made with Cool Max. It regulates your body temperature and wicks moisture, so it keeps you cool and comfortable as the temperature changes. Trust me, Doer makes the world's most comfortable pants without having to sacrifice on style. And once you try them, they will be your go-to pants day in and day out. And you can check Doer out in store right in Denver. It's at 2621. Please say the name of the street because I was told I was saying it wrong.
2621 Larimer Street.
There you go. So pick up a pair for yourself or as an amazing holiday gift. You can mention the promo code LOCKEDONDenver in store to get 15% off of your first order. Or you can check them out online. It's shopdoer, DUER.com/LockedOnDenver, and you can get that 15% off on there as well. Shopdoer.com/LockedOnDenver. Go check them out today. All right, we'll start with the good news in Nathan MacKinnon, because we kind of finished up the first segment talking about him. Just another, like you're saying, like, so difficult to be impressed by anything he does, but he's only got one guy ahead of him now in the franchise points race, and that is Joe Sakic. So he now has moved into second place overall. It'll probably be I said on the NHL short about 6 years before he catches Joe Sakic.
Yeah,
because I think he's around 600-ish points. I don't know the exact number. I don't have it in front of me, but so we have some years before that happens. But enjoy the ride, because I don't know. I don't want to say like we're biased here, but is he not the best player in the league right now? Like I hate keep going to this like Connor McDavid thing just because it's Connor McDavid. It's like, okay, but right now, Nathan MacKinnon is the best player in the league, and you cannot tell me otherwise.
There are 3 people I would say have a legitimate argument for it, as of today, right now. Connor McDavid still has a legitimate argument. The dude makes hockey look easy, and so I like. If somebody wants to come at me and say it's Connor McDavid, I'm not going to change your mind, and I don't think I'm going to try to. I think McKinnon is better. The other 2 people, it is Cale Makar and it is Nathan MacKinnon. And it is really hard some nights to tell which one is actually the best hockey player on the planet at the time. But my goodness, I mean, like you said, it's so hard to not just be impressed all the time. And I feel like I'm really happy that I am, because I realize that I'm not just sitting here and being like, oh, yep, there's more Nathan MacKinnon goals. This is just what he does, and taking all of this for granted. Like, it's so awesome to be able to watch this on a regular basis. Yeah. I think nationally too, if you're a fan of another team, except maybe the Oilers because you want your guy to be number one, you're appreciating what Nathan MacKinnon's doing right now too. If you like hockey, you're appreciating watching him play.
Yeah. I mean, you have, the term generational, I think it's thrown around too much, but, in some cases it's accurate. Yes. For Connor McDavid, it is accurate. For Nathan MacKinnon, it is accurate. For Cale Makar, is that so? You have two.
Yeah.
You have two guys that you can tag as a generational talent on one team. And I'm sure if some Oiler fans are listening to this, you say, well, you could throw Draisaitl in there too. Okay, that's towing the line, but sure. I mean, so then fine, we can have that conversation. 4 guys that are generational are on 2 teams. That's wild. There's other guys coming up through the ranks that are kind of in, maybe
I know.
going towards that title.
Can't wait.
But you're not there yet.
Yep, but you're
not there yet. But I mean, overall, the league's in great hands with who's, the talent now and coming up. That's all well and good. But right now, it is Nathan MacKinnon, 1, Cale Makar, 1A, and flip flop them how you want to. But right now, they're on the top of the list, and I don't 100%. See how you can really. Yeah. So, cool to see that. Good. Yeah.
With just because Joe Sakic's record came up twice on 2 different games tonight. So Nathan MacKinnon moves to right behind him on the all-time scoring list for the Avs Nordiques franchise. But Alex Ovechkin passes him to take sole possession of 10th all-time in points.
That's
and
sad.
I do just want to take a quick moment to recognize Alex Ovechkin has moved into 10th all-time in points, and significantly more than half of his points are goals. 649, 650 points after tonight's hat trick, and 907 of them are goals. That is impressive, and that just bears taking a moment to acknowledge because my goodness, that's a stat. And so now back to Nathan MacKinnon creeping up on Joe Sakic for franchise. And then he'll take 10th because Ovi's going to go up even higher for sure.
Yep. So it's fun to watch, and
it's
we
so fun.
Still got a long way to go, but we'll be here for it. On the downside, Gavin Brindley takes a hit up against the boards, and when it happened, I was like, okay, let's keep an eye on him. And right after that play, it ended with puck stoppage and a little scrum in front of the net. And he was a part of that, not like mixed up in the middle of it, but he was there. He was kind of, wrapped around somebody or pulling arms off somebody. So I was like, that's good. Because why would you want to do that if you're hurting? But when he did come off the ice, the broadcast team said it, he went right down the hallway. Tried to come out during the quick skate when they come back out after intermission, and was like, no, can't do it. And that's it. And then Bednar did make a comment. What did he say after the game?
Some soreness, lower body injury, and they're going to evaluate more tomorrow morning. So we'll see what happens Friday on if there's any update, and hopefully we'll have some good news on it. And it's just some soreness. He went into the boards awkward. I thought it was going to be a shoulder, honestly, with the way he hit the boards, and they're saying lower body. So I hope this is just one of those, like, not that I hope this on somebody, but like maybe it's just a really deep bruise, which is one of those ones that just, man, that hurts. I can't put weight on it, but it's not serious injured, and he'll be good to go soon because he has been playing so well. I don't want to see him miss significant time.
And he was, you could tell he was invigorated in this game. Like the few shifts that he did have, he was flying around. So maybe it's just one of those things where if it's a lingering thing, he misses like this weekend of back-to-back games, and then that's it. Or maybe he misses nothing at all. Maybe he just, couldn't go for us this game. Who knows? But we'll wait and see on that one. There was another scary play involving Makar where I don't know why they didn't call a trip on it, because it totally was. I think it was Connor Sheary's stick that got him, and he kind of went down awkward. Thought the knee kind of came out a little bit weird, but obviously didn't phase him. He had a 3-point game. So, but whenever guys like that go down, and he took he got knocked around in this game. Makar did. Like he took a shot on the penalty kill once that he was down on all fours. He battled through this game. So you talk about bumps and bruises. They all have them after games, but he's going to have a few. He's going to be sore in the morning for sure.
Him and Landeskog. Landeskog took a punch this game.
I thought Landeskog played a great game.
He played awesome.
Yeah.
Didn't get on the score sheet again, but my goodness, he had a good game tonight.
He was throwing his weight around. He was reverse hitting guys. Like he had some nice stick moves with the puck. And just didn't get on the score sheet. But he when Brindley goes down, you don't have the Chuskin, obviously. So
Landeskog's the one in that scrum.
Yeah. So and they were moving lines around and everything. So I thought Landeskog played a really good game. So
agreed.
Good stuff.
Super thrilled with his game tonight.
Nelson too. I thought Brock Nelson, he's starting to get, just cruise control for him. He's so just a cool customer, the way he skates.
Yeah.
And he had that really nice goal. That was a crazy series of events where they were on the power play, thought there was a trip there that they didn't call. Rangers go in the opposite direction. Wedgwood makes a great save. They come back on their offensive rush, and he had options. He could have passed it, and he just fires a shot on net that just straight up beats Shesterkin.
Well, it looked like that was. I think there was another play that was kind of similar too with Josh Manson, but I think they did the same thing with Nelson there with Brock Nelson. Is like he's looking for a pass, but the Rangers are just giving him all of the space he needs to take the shot, and so he does. If I'm
almost like
it properly,
wouldn't surprise me if that's what the Rangers are doing, because it's like, we'll give you, as long as Shesterkin can see you and see the puck, we'll have confidence in that he'll make that save. But Brock Nelson is a good goal scorer. Like he has a wicked release. And I think the Avs are like, okay, we'll take that chance. Sometimes you beat them, sometimes you don't. But on that one, I fired it right by him.
Felt like the Avs had the same plan for the second power play goal for the Rangers too.
That's where
we'll give you that shot.
Yeah. The penalty kill percentage is going to go down for the Avs because the Rangers went 2 for 2, which you don't like seeing.
Special teams in general. We'll hit that in stats because I don't like the special teams tonight.
All right. Well, let's get our last break in. We'll talk about some of those stats and get our sound checks as well. So we'll do that right after this. Got Rugiet. Let's get real. Making excuses doesn't solve anything, and we've all heard them before. It's just stress, or I'm tired, or it happens to everyone sometimes. When it comes to performance, sometimes your body just needs a little extra support, and that's where Rugiet comes in. Rugiet.com offers fast-acting doctor-prescribed treatment for ED, designed to help you stop making excuses and start making moves. So visit Rugiet.com/LockedOnNHL to get 15% off of your first order. That is RUGIET.com/LockedOnNHL. Don't forget to use the promo code LockedOnNHL so they know that we sent you to them. That's Rugiet. Stop making excuses and start making moves. Also brought to you by FanDuel, and the NBA is, of course, back. There's no better place to get in on the action than FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. And even if you missed the start of the game or want to ride the hot hand, FanDuel has live bets on everything from who will score next to fourth quarter comebacks. Plus, you can even combine your live bets into a same-game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout. Keeps everything exciting, especially when your team is making the late push. Give me an update on the Nuggets. How are we doing?
They beat the Pelicans, which is definitely a very good thing because they should have beat the Pelicans. And so it looks like they are playing the Rockets on tomorrow, the 21st. So on Friday, they're playing in, I don't actually know where the Rockets play. Houston, I think. Houston Rockets sounds right. Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah. I know Nuggets. I don't know the rest of the NBA. There's a team in Chicago, I think.
I heard about them, yeah.
So
right.
Nuggets are still looking really good, man. And I'd pop a free bet after picking them to win, get some free bets, and throw one of them on Jokic to win MVP.
Why not?
Do it.
I mean, I think the odds on that are pretty good. So you can take a $5 bet and turn it into $300 in bonus bets if that $5 bet wins and you're a new customer. So head over to FanDuel.com, sign up, and play your game with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. All right, so let's get into some. Oh, I have a notification. Just says something about Mikko Rantanen. Oh, Mikko Rantanen, that was disgusting. So he must have made a goal.
Yeah, probably.
Well, when he's not throwing guys up against the boards, he's scoring goals, I guess. I don't want to come down on Mikko. I still love the guy.
I do too.
Yeah. All right. What do we got for some stats here? You were going to throw out. Oh, we were talking about the power play. I mean, if you want to start with a negative, go ahead. But 1 for 6 on the power play, 2 for 2 for the Rangers.
0 for 2 on the penalty kill to basically go 1 for 8 on your total. Now, the last power play, I will say, I don't feel they were necessarily trying to score quite as much with under 4 minutes. They're just trying to run all the time they can. So that one, maybe I'm not as concerned about. Otherwise, man, like the power play looked dangerous and it looked potent again, and they just can't seem to score a goal. I don't know what's happening. This feels like some kind of weird wizard hex on the Avs power play of you will be very talented, but you will not score.
You know what? Like, I'm going to say this, and I'm sure there's going to be some comments on it. I don't care. You're winning games. You've lost one regulation game. Sure. Do you want it fixed? Yes. Are we mid-November? We're 6 weeks into the season. Yes. We got a long way to go. Yes. I don't care. Like if you were losing games and you were 1 for 6 on the power play, like if the outcome was different, then for this game, I'd talk about it and be like, that's a concern. That's why you lost this game. And I'm pretty sure the one game they lost in regulation, did they not have a ton of power plays in that game? I'm almost positive that
sounds right.
Yeah.
I don't remember which one specifically.
So fine. For that, like the reason why you lost that game, if you correct that power play in that game, fine. Overall, though, am I concerned about it? No, I'm not. Like, because you just said, like you're moving the puck around, you're getting shots on net. Overall, it still has the look of a good power play. You're just still not getting the results. But you're getting the results at the end of the game, which is wins.
Yep. And that is the more important one for sure.
Exactly.
I do think, though, if the Avs could figure the power play out and everything else still is gelling the way that it has been, then the NHL, there's no stopping them. That's literally an unstoppable force at that point. So I do want to see him figure it out. I thought special teams is really my only nitpick of this game. Otherwise, the whole game was great. So we can get into all the positive stats now, but I wanted to nitpick. I wanted to.
Yeah, no, I get it. If you look at like your Corsi for all situations, 80 to 43.
Yeah.
For the Avs. If you go to the Fenwick, which eliminates the block shots, you're down to 54. So the Rangers did get in the way of a lot of pucks for the Avs. But still, like your Corsi 4 percentage is 65%, Fenwick is 64%. So high danger chances were 16 to 11. Scoring chances for is 40 to 17. It really I mean, at one point this game was 3-3, but it wasn't really that close. If you look at the heat map over on Natural Stat Trick, that is just, it's a normal Avalanche heat map. And for the Rangers, it's like spotty. It's like all over. They got some stuff in the net front, but outside of that, it's not just like the big blob that you get for like the Colorado Avalanche, because they're skating all over the place. When you really, what you watched was a good game, entertaining game, close game. And stat wise, it's heavily weighed towards the Avalanche, which sometimes doesn't matter in a hockey game. That's why it's a great game, because one team can be totally dominant and only be up 1 goal.
Yeah.
And that other team's always in play. It's why I love this sport so much. But, it's just the comfortability that we were talking about earlier of watching this game shows in a lot of the analytics and stats. So
yeah, really does.
Yeah, it was let me get to it. The deserve to win-o-meter. Did you check that out yet?
I looked at it after the second. I didn't look at it at the end of the game yet. So
73% chance for
okay.
the Avs.
Yeah.
It really is just how this team is cruising right now. So you got to be happy with it. Shots on goal. Like I said, he did not have a double-digit shot on goal period for the Rangers, 6, 4, and 9, while the Avs had 10, 14, and 11. So that's 35-19. Face-offs left a little bit to be desired. You did not do well in the face-off dot, basically 60-40 in favor of the Rangers. But
face-offs for me are situational because like any center ice face-offs, whatever, either way, sometimes it matters. It really depends to me. Are you like needing a goal and you have an offensive zone face-off? That's the one you want to win. Are you really trying to stop them from tying up the game late and you have a defensive zone face-off? That's the one you got to win. Otherwise, I don't think I'm as concerned about face-off percentages. I feel like for some reason, and I'll have to go back and look this up, I thought that the 48-point season, we actually had a really good face-off percentage.
Oh, I don't know.
And so I want to go look that one back up.
Yeah.
And I'll bring that stat on the next episode because I don't remember if I'm misremembering this or not, but I seem to recall that they were good on the face-off and terrible at literally everything else that year.
I'll bring this up and then I'll get to some subtext people. But if you want to know how well the Avalanche are rolling right now, on the Brock Nelson goal, Scott Wedgwood with an assist.
I love it.
There you go.
Give me the goalie points. Wedgie earned it too.
Yep. Let's check in with some subtext people. Then we'll get to our sound check and wrap this thing up. So we got Lisa. Remember, it was her birthday.
This is true.
So there you go. A little disappointed that Landeskog didn't get a hat trick as she had predicted, but more than happy with the win. Definitely a game that was closer than the final score indicates, but this team is playing well. You love to see it. Praying to the hockey gods, Brindley is okay.
Yep.
Yes, I think we all are. Jake says, great perseverance by the Avs to gain the lead in the second. Wishing Brindley a speedy recovery. Really enjoying his time on ice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we're all in that world of that it's nothing super serious.
We're all hoping.
Zach R says, I was worried going into the game that Shesterkin may stand on his head. I mean, I think you always are when you're going up against guys like him, right? It seemed he may after the first period, but the persistence of the Avs finally broke through. Another gritty win against a good Rangers club. I also think it's hilarious how much Nate hates doing interviews.
He does.
Any hockey player hates doing interviews.
Except Scott Wedgwood.
Yeah, he enjoys
it. Seems to enjoy it.
Like, who that's why I like Darcy Kemper so much.
Yeah, he was always fun
because he's got a great personality. So
yeah.
Let's see. It feels like right now nobody has anything good enough to keep up with the Avs for a full 60, and the Avs just take control. Because of that, his sound check is Warren G and Nate Dogg regulate.
Okay.
I don't think that song ever gets old. Love it.
I like it.
Back in my day. Christina says the game was intensely close. Those empty netters inflated the score. The Rangers had the Avs chasing for most of the game. PK took a hit. Glad the boys got at least one power play goal, which, by the way, that power play goal was the second unit.
Yeah, it sure was.
But Nelson was the second unit. Nate, Cale, and Marty all with 3-point nights. Wedge with the assist. There you go. Glad the boys found a way. Also hate JT Miller. To heck with that bomb. Yeah, Miller's
-4
one of those guys. Was he really?
Yep.
Darn.
I know.
Yeah. He's like one of those guys, like if he's not on your team, you just you don't have any reason to really like him. So
I don't know that I'd like him on my team.
Yeah.
Watching some of his clips, but
I don't know. Like I thought that, she's right about like the Rangers. I'd say they had the Avs chasing, but there were moments where they weren't in control of the game, but they
didn't let the Avs get control either.
Yeah, but they don't have that next level. So okay, like we're controlling like the neutral zone, and we're making it difficult for you to get into your offensive zone, turn the puck over, and they go into the offensive zone and do what? Nothing.
Turn the puck over. Yeah,
nothing. So that's the part that they're lacking. And last time I checked, that's a big part of the game. So yeah,
it does help when you can score more goals.
Yeah. So
to win the game, you have to win the game.
You don't just play it to play it, as coach once said. So, all right, let's get our sound checks in here. That's where we pick a song that summarizes the most recent game, put these songs up on a playlist over on Spotify and on YouTube Music. So search for LOA Soundcheck Volume number 5 is what these go on. What do you got for this game, sir?
So I am going with, I'm kind of tying this into the power ranking spot from the episode we did yesterday. The Avs, number 1, and they did not lose again, so their streak continues. Not Falling by Mudvayne, because the Avs are not falling.
No, I mean, they're actually doing the opposite.
Exactly.
I mean, they are ascending. So, no, man, I can't have any negative thing to say about that. No, that's a perfect sound check. Yeah. I thought there was somebody. Oh, there was somebody other than. There was one other one. We got so many people that wrote in for this game. There was another sound check in there. I can't remember who it was, but it was a good one, and I can't find it, and I apologize. So yeah, I like the route that you went for that. For me, I'm just going to focus in. We talked about Nathan MacKinnon, and what he. Now into second place overall. Obviously, the 3-point night for him. You had the 3-point night for who else? For Natchez, for Cale Makar. Cale Makar, 9 shots on goal, by the way.
I know, he was letting it go.
Just to throw that another one out there. But for, like I said, I'm going to focus on Nathan MacKinnon here. So I'm going to go with Chat Pile. I don't know if you know the band Chat Pile, but they have a song called I Am Dog Now.
All right. I can't wait to listen to it.
Chat Pile's kind of like taking the reins of like the sludge metal.
Gotcha. Okay.
Genre and just running with it. So yeah, that's the lead single off their latest album.
Gotcha.
I Am Dog Now. So yeah, it's like his mantra right now. Like he's just, what else can you say about him, dude? Like you can't say anything else about Nathan MacKinnon than it's already been said. But he is dog. That's what he is.
Love it.
All right.
Gonna be giving that a listen tomorrow morning.
It's a good one. It's a good one. The whole album's good. So all right, that will wrap it up for today. We will be recording because there's a back-to-back on the weekend. So we'll be recording after the game on Saturday. So make sure you're tuned into that one. So yeah, keep this thing going. So, all right, that's going to wrap it up for today. So thank you for tuning in, making this your first listen of the day. Always appreciated. He's Mr. Zach Pearson. I am Chris Micieli. This is the Locked On Avalanche podcast. We'll see you guys on Saturday where you have made it through another 24 hours where Sidney Crosby is that much closer to being with the best team in the NHL, the Colorado Avalanche.